Hello and welcome. This is the Market Wrap. I am Agam Vakil. Well, it's turned out to be another session where strength returning to Indian markets, and this was perhaps surprising considering we were looking at a little bit of weakness earlier on in the section. As far as the benchmarks are concerned, we've seen a 1% advance here, and Nifty is back above the mark of 10,800. What we have seen is this is largely on the back of Hindalco, State Bank of India, and Bajaj Finance, the kind of gains that the companies have shown. The likes of something like an HDFC Limited or Tata Steel is not too far behind, which is why we are looking at that strength as far as benchmarks go. On the losing end, we have some weakness in Bharti Infratel, Coal India, Tech Mahindra, ONGC, some of the usual suspects. But it's turned out to be a good day of trade for the benchmarks overall. When it comes to some of the names in the broader markets, coming down to the NSE 500, we have about 3 gainers to 2 losers. DB Corp advancing by around 12%, Dishman Carbogen advancing and locked in an upper circuit of 10%. We have KEI Industries, Granules doing so well. That's up around 9.2% as well. RB Infra, Hindalco, as well as Nilkamal, all advancing in trade with a lot of momentum. And on the losing end, we have some weakness in MMTC, Century Ply, Adani Green locked in another lower circuit of 5%, Future Retail, Sterling Biotech, Omax, and the likes, which is locked in a lower circuit of around 5%. But on the whole, it's turned out to be a great day of trade for those who are long in the market, specifically some of those stocks which are looking at continued up moves. If you consider the stocks beyond just the benchmarks, a handful of names which are coming up today is Sri Digvijay Cement, which is up around 9%. IOL Chemicals is gaining by around 9% as well. And Gulf Oil Lubricants on the back of heavy volumes. I'm sure a lot of institutional activity happening there. That's also up around 6%. So we'll be watching out for some of these names as we move into trade over the next few days. A very quick look at the futures and options space. Well, the Nifty has moved above 10,800. I've been talking about the 10,500 level as the one which is considerably important right now, where we have seen further put writing. And of course, on the higher end, it's a toss between 11,000 and 11,500. But at this point in time, I reckon 11,500 is more where there is a little more call writing activity, considering we're just about 2% away from moving to 11,000. It's not too far away, an absolute possibility right now. Not much resistance there either. So, taking over 11,000 may not be as hard, according to a lot of analysts out there. So we'll be watching out for some of these cues as we move to trade next week. Do remember the Nifty put-call ratio had fallen yesterday, and I reckon it will once again rise today. So we'll be keeping that in mind as well. But on that note, it's a wrap on the markets, but there's lots more lined up. Stay tuned to Bloomberg.